Recording in progress. Oh, are we doing all from the beginning?
In the Pop Culture Cupid podcast, we talk about how pop culture influences our expectations in relationships. I'm Alison, love coach, here to help you single people find your way back to love.
Healthy communication. I'm Michelle. I help singles embrace themselves and their singleness, as well as develop a healthy self-relationship. We bring some juicy stories from our own love lives and dating, and it gets pretty interesting. Be focused, we're going to be to the point, and no digressing.
Self-awareness. Follow, share, subscribe, enjoy.
And like and comment.
If it's shockingly bad, we just re-record another one.
Yeah. No, I think there's some good stuff that you can just nitpick.
Yeah. So I think it's just, a throwaway comment can easily be transformed into something that it's not. Just as, again, I'm reflecting on like personal experiences where I had an ex-boyfriend go through my phone once, and he found, like, when this ex-boyfriend, when we got together, he was very jealous of this other guy, who I don't even remember this other guy's name now. Funny. He was very, very jealous of him, and I always said like that nothing had ever happened with this guy, and that is the truth. Nothing ever happened with that guy. And one night, this ex-boyfriend kind of loses it and goes through my phone and finds a message where this guy and we plan on meeting up.
Mm-hmm.
He tells me this, and I'm like, "What are you saying? Like, I really honestly don't know what you're talking about." And he had found a message like 2 years previously. Like, he and I weren't even together when that message was sent.
Wow. Oh my God.
And I was like, did you look at the date stamp? Like, this is when we were at school, so there was probably an event with other people happening at the same time, and I don't even remember. And like, we're not like, this was a year and a half before you and I got together.
Oh my God.
This one little thing of just, this one thing of, let's meet up for drinks 2 years ago became this whole situation. And that's exactly how, you can blow things out of proportion. And I think that's what happened with Hannah and Nick and, everything else. And I think Marissa was trying to be the voice of reason of like, everybody's a bit shitty, but easily got influenced into girl power and girls can't do anything wrong. Which is what, Monica was like, girls can't do anything wrong, and Hannah is the best human being. And, funnily enough, is it Tyler? No, that's the guy. What's the girl's name in that couple?
Alexandra?
No.
There's Tyler and Garrett.
Tyler and Garrett. Yeah, Tyler. Taylor. It's Taylor, not Tyler. Taylor.
Okay.
Like, I wanted to see if she was reacting, and that couple, Taylor and Garrett, like, they said nothing. And I was just like, because they probably, the truth is somewhere in the middle where, they both, none of these people are profoundly toxic. Again, back to this documentary where, there are some things that are horrible and unjustifiably so. And then there are other things where people are just a bit shitty sometimes, and it happens, and everything gets amplified, and we need to kind of let things go of just, people are on this show are between 26 and 34. There's room to grow.
Yeah. I feel like it was just like such an immature kind of way of trying to bring him down and turn the table on him and make him be the bad guy. Sort of like they did exactly the same thing to what's his name with Zenab and
Zach.
Like I compared it to Zenab last time as well. It was the same kind of thing. Also in the reunion, she tried to turn everything on him.
Yeah. Oh, and when they came up with the receipts at the end, that was so good.
Yeah.
It's Zenab
Cole.
Well done.
Yeah, I don't know how that came into my mind just now, but
Yeah,
yeah.
very.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, so I think it's just, but I think that's the thing with Love is Blind. You know, you want, we sign the fictitious contract of just like we agree that some things are going to be dramatized and other things are realistic because, now, we're talking about Hannah, we're talking about Monica and Steven, we're talking about Ramses and Marissa, we're not going to talk about Taylor and Garrett, and we're not going to talk about what's the other couple's name that we don't even remember. You know, they
that's a
worked
good
through their
question.
shit. They're
Yeah,
fine and they're less
because they're
TV.
mature. They have a mature, healthy relationship.
Yeah. And it's sadly it gives it's less entertaining to watch, which is a horrible thing to say and admit. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, I personally the weddings episode, I watched the beginning because, I was thinking I'm gonna watch it. And they just made it three parts. One part Marissa, one part the couple's name I don't remember, and then one part Taylor and Garrett. And I just kind of skipped through it to see if they actually said yes. And if they said no, I would have
Yeah.
gone back. But they said yes,
Yeah. There is a Tyler. It's Tyler and Ashley.
and that's the other couple,
Yeah.
right? And just to come on to speak on the Tyler and Ashley thing about the sperm donating thing, um, I found it very interesting the way. There's on Love is Blind, there are some contestants that go into it thinking I want to find love and I want to be genuine, and some go into it just for the clout. And then some contestants they come out hating Love is Blind, and some contestants come out
Mm-hmm.
loving it. It's funny, and you can tell. And from what Ashley was saying, she was saying I wanted to be genuine, I wanted to be true for the cameras, and so what they were saying about we had this huge conversation off camera and then decided to have a conversation on camera. um I did not see coming, and I believe it was true. I believe that
Mm-hmm.
they had this huge conversation where they said everything, and which I thought it was a bit of a shame to put it on camera, uh because of the backlash on those kids supposedly, but I thought it was interesting. I'm glad they had that
Yeah.
conversation um off camera, and though, I don't mind not getting to see it because it doesn't at the end of the day it's their life. Whenever I see drama around the royal family and things like that, I'm just like, let them live their lives. Like, this isn't just, she said, he said, they cheated, things like that. This is other
Yeah.
people's lives, this is children, this is profoundly intimate details of other people's lives. I don't want to hear about that if they're not happy to share.
Yeah. The sad thing is that most people aren't like that. They're very curious and they're very maybe even bored with their own life and they have to know what's going on and they want
Yeah.
to know everything and they have to dig into it. And I think that's just so unhealthy. It's like go be curious about something else. Go,
Yeah.
I don't know, get a life. But yeah, I completely agree. I think it's none of our business, even though they chose to go on this show. They don't have to share every single detail of their life
Yeah,
on it
exactly.
because they're here for something very specific. We're here to see them fall in love and find love. We're not here to see them talk about their whole life history and everything they did and judge them for it.
No, I
So,
completely the past is in the past, and I think, as long as
yeah.
there's no pattern, I think you're allowed a big mistake, or a big secret or a blunder or things like that every so often. Like, it's not once in a lifetime. It's not, it's complicated to determine, but you're allowed to make these big mistakes as
Mm-hmm.
long as you grow from them and as long as you don't repeat the same mistake.
Yeah.
For example, you're allowed, let's say you cheat on someone once, um, and you get over it and you work through it and things like that, you're never allowed to cheat on them again. But you're allowed to make some other big mistake that is of non, you know, legal impact. You're just
Yeah.
allowed to make this huge blunder, as long as it's not a pattern. And so here, Tyler, his mistake was not being, really upfront about it at the beginning, because I think we talked about it. He should have said it as soon as they got out of the pods, but then it's complicated because of production and everything. That he could have found a better way. So anyway, that's his kind of blunder. Well,
Yeah.
he's just not allowed to have a similar blunder ever again, but he's allowed to have other blunders as long as he grows from them.
Yeah. I think, well, he shouldn't have any more sperm donor kids.
No.
But I think it also depends on the intent behind it, because he had no intention of, hiding a huge secret from her and doing something deliberately that would hurt her. I think he just had, the best intentions in mind, and it sort of didn't go so well. So
Yeah, yeah. It's
anyway,
things are never that deep.
no,
I think as long as
they're as deep as you make them.
yeah, they're as deep as you make them. Yeah, exactly. They are as deep as you make them, and things are as bad as you let them, be. Um,
Hmm.
and I think,
Yeah.
it's easy to get over. As soon as you accept, I think we've said this before, but as soon as you accept that A, nobody's perfect, absolutely nobody, not even
Yeah.
you, and B, the world does not revolve around you. Like,
Hmm.
genuinely, the world does not revolve around you. Somebody doing something that may have a consequence on you, like they did not do it against you. Um,
Hmm.
so as soon as you accept those two facts, then it's easy to let go of a lot of stuff. And I'm not saying you need
Yeah.
to accept bad behavior and like wishy-washy behavior. I'm just saying that the blunders, you get over them fast.